Hi everyone, this is Ida. I just have a quick project share, you guys. I've actually been playing around with some Santa baby paper, and and you guys remember that I did the Santa baby TN. Well, I hadn't made any accessories for that TN, and so I thought, let me just play around with some stuff, see if I can come up with any accessories to go with the tea. And you know us ladies, if we buy a purse, we want the accessories to go with it. Well, the same thing with the TN. And I wanted to make some, in my Bible, you guys, I use the magnetic, I have some somewhere. Hold on, I'll show you one right. In, in my Bible, I use these magnetic bookmarks that have scripture on them. So this is what I use in my Bible, you guys. So and I have several of them in my Bible because, you know, when we're in church and our pastor's saying, you know, to go to this book or that book, I always like to mark where we're at. So if I have to keep going back and forth and or something that catches my eye, I'll mark it. And I thought, you know what? And I like the way the paper clips look. Don't get me wrong. I like it when things are sticking out of the TN and stuff like that. But for my Bible and for practicality, really, to me, especially when it's something that I use all the time, I like all the bells and whistles. I like the way they look. But things tend to fall out off or get in the way, or, you know, you guys know what I'm talking about. So anyway, I thought, well, I'm going to make some bookmarks, page markers that will not get in the way. They still have a little bit of dimension, you guys, but hopefully they won't get in the way or they won't fall off and get ruined. Like, you know, when my TN that Sonia gave me, created for me, I don't stick it in my purse because I don't want to damage the butterfly paper clips that she made for me. And usually when I take it with me is when I'm going to a craft store and I don't have the need to throw it in my bag, in my purse, because I carry just a little one, you guys. I don't like big bags, so I don't even have room for it. But I always carry it in my hand, so mine doesn't get ruined or damaged. But if you're the type of person that carries a bigger bag and you throw your TNs in your bag, my puppies are fighting, you guys. And if you're that kind of lady, well, you know, you want to make sure that when you throw your TN in there, your accessories are not going to get ruined. So this is what I created, you guys, playing with the Santa baby paper, and they are magnetic bookmarks. Now, there's a reason why one is thinner and one is wider. I noticed that when I was cutting them the same width, like they wouldn't connect with each other. They weren't attracted to each other. It was more like opposites when the magnets are in the wrong side. But I noticed that when I cut it smaller, just a thinner strip than the top, or vice versa, that they were closing correctly. So that's why this one is smaller. Another thing, you guys, I know that when we make them out of paper that they tend to tear, and I didn't want them to tear. So what I use for mine, I'll show you what I start out with. I start off with this little piece. I think it's called Craft Text, and it won't rip, you guys. Like if I try to rip this, I can't rip it. You're not gonna rip this. So that's what I start my clips with. And then I think they're like 1.25 inches wide, and they are 6 inches long, and I score down the middle at 3 inches and fold it over, and I do round the bottom corners. I don't do it on the top, but I do it on the bottom. So that's how I start mine. And then the first thing that I do, and I can't do a tutorial, you guys, because I'm out of the magnetic sheets, but I'll cut my little strip like this, you guys, just like this, and I'll adhere it down. But the size, you know, the first piece that I do, and when you score your paper in half, I notice that there's always a little hangover, and that's great. So this for me is the front. The piece that's just that little bit longer. I don't cut it and make it even with the other or anything like that. I leave it as is, and this will be my top part. So what I do is I place my piece there, I glue it down, and I do the top and the bottom and put something a little bit weighty, you know, and leave it for a little bit so it'll adhere. And that's how I start, you guys. And then for my piece that goes up here, I just cut it the length and like an eighth of an inch shorter, and the width again an eighth of an inch shorter, or you can do it exactly. But I kind of like that little see right here on the Santa Baby, you can see the little white edge, because this Craft Tex, guys, comes in, I know they have it in white, they have it in the craft colored, and they have it in black, because I bought it in all three colors. And it comes in a roll, and I think you can also buy it in sheets, you guys. And usually I get mine on Amazon. So if that helps you. And I'm not going to put a link, because all you have to do is type in Craft Tex and you'll find it. And but anyway, here's the Santa Baby one. I did this one in white, and I just put the little strip of the Santa Baby paper, the 25 from the ephemera piece. I put it on a little piece of foam. You know, there's still a little dimension, but not enough that it will get in the way, guys. Then I had a little star table scatter up there, and because the snowflakes were too big and I didn't want to cover Santa's face. And then in the back, again, I covered it with the paper. I added that iridescent glitter glue just to add sparkle to the paper. And then I cut out the word Mary in this colored paper, glittered mint green paper. It's almost an aqua, but you know, with the fluorescent lights in the store, sometimes we think it's mint and it's really an aqua because of the lighting, but it still looks pretty good. And that's what I did. And this one does have the, if you can see, the white. But see how this piece is the same width as the strip. And this one I cut it smaller. That way it really does, when you close it, it really does connect, you guys. I don't know if you can hear it. So that's one of the ones I created. And then, of course, this one I thought, well, when I did this one, I thought that one's okay. Then I thought, but it's kind of simple. It's kind of plain. You know, there's really nothing crazy about it. So then I was looking through my paper and I saw this color, this chunky glitter one. And I thought, that's pretty. So then I started adding the chipboard pieces, some little bling, the snowflake. And I even added some little snow, glitter snow down here. You can't see it that well, but it's there. And then I added a couple bling pieces to this little strip. And in the back, I put Jolly. Again, I covered it in the paper. And here's the inside of this one, you guys. And I think they're really pretty. They're really pretty. See, I hope you can hear that. Where it's snapshot. And it's not so, sometimes, guys, when you use a magnet that is too strong, and I've had it happen, I had created some bookmarks. And I had used those little really strong magnets, those little circle ones that everybody gets on Etsy and on eBay. And they actually rip the pages on the Bible, you guys. So this is actually perfect because this is a light magnet. It's not very strong, and it won't damage your Bible. So that's what I like about this. So that's the second one I created. And then I decided, you know what? I'm going to do one with a little dangle. But I want a dangle that's not going to be in the way. So these embellishments right here, you guys, came from those Christmas in July boxes. So I'm really loving that I hosted that swap, because I'm able to go in there and look for those little, you know, extras that I want. And this little wish bead, and even this button snowflake is from there. And again, I used the chunky glitter paper in the green and the blue. And the back, I just left it simple. I didn't even put a word or anything back here. I could stamp something on there if I wanted to, but I didn't. And then there's the front, you guys. And this one, what I did with this one, you guys, I scored it right here where you can see that little white strip, is because I scored it and glued this little tab down because I wanted to hang the little charms through it. So I didn't want it to, I couldn't have it open all the way, because then it wouldn't, the charms wouldn't hang right. So I scored it that way. This actually folds up. If you can see, there's a score line on there, and there's the bigger piece, and then there's the smaller piece, you guys. And you can do paper on the inside. On this one, I did paper on the inside, you guys. And there's that one. And they work. They're awesome, you guys. I think they're really pretty. I hope that you guys try them. And then I thought, well, I'm going to do a pen. And there's a lot of times you guys find the real pretty pens and they're real pretty. But when the ink runs out or, they can't be replaced. And it would be great if we could find a pen that we could alter, but we could get refills for. I didn't want to do too much to the pen, but let me tell you guys, I really like these pens, the RSVP pens. And all I did to this one, you guys, is I cut a little strip of the chunky paper. Just a little strip, but I could have used Santa baby paper, but I just wanted the chunky pink. And I just rolled it up and I put it in there and then put the pen back in its place because this black piece right here, you twist it off. So that's what I did, you guys. So even if this was to run out, I could get another pen and take this piece out and replace it with the other pen, and I would be good to go. So I really like the way this looks. It's nothing fancy, it's not really decorated. And some of you might not like the black, but I just like the way these pens write. So I like a good pen, to be quite honest. So that's what I created, you guys, and I hope that you like what I created. I hope that this inspires you to try it. And like I said, if you're going to make them, use something that's not going to tear, whether it be Tyvek, whether it be the Craftex that I use, whether it's lace. There's a lot of things that you can substitute, guys. You can improvise to create these. But I was thinking even, you guys, one of these in the shape of a stocking. You could do that. You could make one of these in the shape of a stocking and maybe put the little fur on here. As a matter of fact, I think I'm going to try it, you guys. And do the little fur on top, and I'm going to cut the shape of a stocking. And I'm going to see if I can scrounge up some more magnets. And I'm going to try and make one, and I'll share it with you guys when I make it. But there's different shapes, you guys, that you can make. It doesn't just have to be this shape. This is just what I decided to do. Because that Craftex, I think you can cut it with your dies, you guys. I didn't need to because all I did was a strip. But I believe that you can cut it with your dies because it's not real thick, you guys, but it's very strong. So, I mean, I haven't tried it, but I think you can cut it. I hope everyone likes what I created. I hope everyone's having a great day. What else did I want to say? And hopefully, you guys, I will see you back on Friday for Faithful Friday. I think you guys are going to like what I created for Faithful Friday. I used some very popular items that everybody's hauling right now. So, hop on over on Friday, you guys, and check out what we created for Faithful Friday. And of course, Sabrina is hosting the Faithful Friday, who is the S Factor Studio here on YouTube. And Ginger Pana is one of the collaborators, and myself. So you guys make sure to come back and check us out on Friday. Thanks for watching, you guys. I hope everyone has a great day, and God bless. Bye.